But first, here's a clip to tell you a little bit more. Thank you very much.
On the ground floor of a sun-kissed Fort Lauderdale hotel sits a workshop unlike any other. A space where adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, or IDD, create something special. It's the home of ScentsAbility candles.
And there you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Bonnie Schmidt.
Woo! Bonnie!
Thank you so much, and thank you for watching that. We've only watched it about 8,000 times. So we are so grateful to be here and speaking with AP companies. We love looking at companies that actually understand inclusion and understand how important it is to have purpose in your life, no matter what your ability is. And for me, my journey started when I was 26 years old, about a long time ago, with my daughter Jessica. She is now 42, and when she was born, at 6 weeks old, she had her first seizure. And for any of you who have children, you could only imagine the fear and the anxiety that came with that. Unfortunately, Jessica's condition is a very rare metabolic disorder that only 1 in 800,000 people in the world actually have. So it was never diagnosed until she was much older, but we were able to give her the therapies, and as Augusto said, honestly, life is like that. Every day you wake up, you look at your schedule of therapies, of doctors. In Jessica's case, she had to have blood work several times a week. She had seizures, which she unfortunately still has some mornings, and it's difficult. But you just keep going, almost like that is your life. That's what you do. And as a parent, you want to provide the best life for your child. I'm sure many of you right now who have children in the audience have dreams and hopes, and you think about these when you close your eyes at night and say, you know, they're going to go to college, they're going to travel, they're going to have a family, whatever their choice is. For us, we had no choices. Once adults with intellectual disabilities turn 22, unfortunately, the majority of the funding and the programs stop. When Jessica was about 24, we knew we had to do something because I was working full-time just to pay a caregiver to take care of her full-time. She cannot be left alone. And that is not sustainable, not for anybody. And it's not a life for her to sit in a house watching TV all day and videos. Wait a minute, we should name our candles all about our core values. We should name our candles Ability, which is Jessica's candle, because doctors told me she would never walk, never talk. Now, any of you who have spoken to her today, she doesn't stop talking, okay? And the Live pillar is the biggest one. And I need to acknowledge AP Company because I don't know if all of you are familiar with a place called Casa Familia. It's the very first home built in South Florida. It's in Dade County for adults with autism. And AP Company has built that community. So that is a blessing. And the difference with our group is that the majority of our young adults have more medical conditions. So they need a little bit more support throughout their life. But they have the same wants, needs, desires as everybody else. We also do team building opportunities. And we bring in corporations or parties or any group that wants to come in, not only making a fun product, but learning how to work with this population. And we were lucky enough to have a foundation come to us and do a team building with us, and it was the Pulte Family Charitable Foundation. 2 days later, Denise and I got an email. We're going to build you a community. And here we are meeting with a multi-billion-dollar foundation, and guess what? It's opening in 2026. It is.
Right.
So the Ideal Place, which is the name, will be opening in April, May of 2026. It is in Lake Worth, so it's the first of its kind in Palm Beach. We've been raising money for it. It's an $11 million project. And they did one step better because they knew our population was so vulnerable. They built a house on the property for John and I to live in because they wanted parents to be there. So guess what? I'm moving too. Denise and I now have a purpose. Instead of being scared all the time, worried all the time, we are now looking forward to the future for our children to make it sustainable. And that is something that is undescribable. It gives me a peace at night that I can now say my daughter's going to have a future. And that's everything. And I want to acknowledge companies like this that really embrace inclusion and understand the importance of treating these adults with the respect and dignity that they deserve. So I'd like to bring up my very special partners in life. First, Jessica. And then we have Michael and Lexi. And just to give you a little story about their candles. You want to tell them the name of your candle?
ScentsAbility.
Yes. Lexi. Now, Lexi, she's a sassy little girl, right? She calls herself my sidekick, right? Which comes out like psychic most of the time. And Lexi went to Cypress Bay High School in Weston, which is one of the largest schools in the country. She made her own campaign and she became prom queen. Okay? So Lexi's candle is called Your Majesty. Right? And last but not least, I would like to introduce you to Michael. And Michael has a rare disorder named Williams syndrome. And for those of you that are not familiar with it, besides the medical issues, one of the characteristics is the compulsive desire to constantly talk. Now, him and Jessica get along great because they talk all the time together. But it's not good when you're at work sometimes and you have to focus and you have to concentrate. So what we did was we turned his disability into his superpower by making him our spokesperson.
Yeah, I've been speaking at different events in Broward and Miami and Fort Lauderdale and a lot of different places. And I enjoy talking to people because I want to get the point across. And I want to make an impression to everybody. So that's why Bonnie gave me the job of spokesperson. So I get everybody in the room impressed.
So now we have a beautiful candle company that was on the Today Show, which was a shock for us. Who knew Craig Melvin loves candles? So we were very, very blessed for that. We received 2,600 orders within 24 hours. Thank you.